All right, guys, I'm gonna show you 3 submissions you must know as a white belt. And I pin the hand to the ground. Feed the hand inside and pressuring in with the wrist. We're gonna start off with one of the most basic, and that is the Americana, also known as the key lock. Now, this one's gonna be set up here in the side control, and it's gonna be one of the easiest submissions you can use. It requires a figure 4 grip. Now, at the beginning, you will get mixed up between Americanas and Kimuras. If you think of a Kimura as the hand being close towards the hips, Americana facing towards the head over here. Sorry. So, when I'm here in the side control, the first thing I want to try to do is pin his elbow to the ground so I can get control of his wrist. So I lock, I release the head, and I drive forward. I'm already creating the L shape in his arm, getting that right angle set up, ready for my submission. Now at the same time I drive, I'm going to bring this hand under my chin as I'm scratching my chin here. I lock it into position and I pin the hand to the ground. Now once I'm there, I connect my hand so I have the figure 4 applied. Now when it comes to the defense or the finish from here is I need to accelerate, you see. I want to pin my partner's wrist towards the ground. If I try to lift here, you see he has a lot of flexibility, especially with the bridge. See, bridge up a little bit. Oh, you see that looks disgusting, but it's not going to make him tap. So I have to extend, you see. I pin his wrist towards the ground and then we raise the elbow. And at the same time, we're going to finish with the paintbrush method. See? So, pin it in place, raise the elbow, paint the floor with the hand. So, we have the side control. This worked great off your partner's defense. You see, he thinks he's doing a good job with his frame. Turn my head a little bit. 1, 2. Just so I can fold my arms. Drive forward, pin the hand, chin scratch to wrist control. Lock everything up. You see I'm squeezing nice and tight, tensing my shoulders, shrugging. I accelerate, raise the elbow, and paint. Super tight submission. You're gonna make your partners tap out real fast if we use the correct details. Right, the next submission we need to know is a cross choke from the mount. Old Faithful, one of the most classic submissions that you'll see from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, the first thing that I'm looking for when I'm here in the mount is to open the lapel to feed my hand in nice and deep. Remember, you want to try to reach right at the back towards the tag that says his size. See? So open up the lapel here, feed the hand inside. I should be able to get my knuckles into the ground. Now when I'm going for this choke, we should be forcing the wrist bone in towards the neck and leaning into your partner here. I do have to be careful being bridged off in this direction, so my left hand is going to be post on the ground. Feed the hand, post. Now I'm looking to reach to get a grip on the gi on the other side. Now I'm not trying to put my hand inside, I'm just grabbing any bit of material on his shoulder. Lean forwards, lock into position. Now, both of my hands are connected to my partner, so for me to prevent the bridge, I have to use the post of my forehead. So I go forehead towards the ground. Now for me to put the choke on, I'm just gonna lean towards my choking hand. And at the same time, pull in nice and tight, bring your elbows towards your chest, lock the wrist in. So I'm using this motion here to put pressure onto the choke and my elbows draw back at the same time. Feed, post, you see, inch your way around to get to that grip. Once I'm there, forehead towards the floor. Now as I lean across, I'm doing this with this arm. Pulling my elbow back in towards my waist and pressuring in with the wrist. Boom. A deadly choke when used correctly. And the next technique we need to know is the armbar from the closed guard, one of the most classic submissions in Jiu-Jitsu and one you would have seen Royce use in the UFC. Now, the one that I'm going to show you here is when my partner's arms are a little bit extended, you see? Especially as a white belt, your partner is going to be disciplined on where to put his hands, so they're going to be resting up here at your shoulders quite a lot. I'm going to trap his arm first, you see? All I'm doing is using my forearm to trap. The sooner we can get away from trying to control everything with your hands, the better. So I trap it with my forearm here. Now I need to get a control of my partner's leg here for me to swing my leg over the head. So I'm going to bridge my hips, and that gives me space to bring my arm underneath my partner's legs. And I'm just going to open my guard and swing my leg over my partner's head. I've created the angle. My left leg is chopping down on my partner's lap. My right heel is driving in over the top of the head. Again, as he tries to pressure into me here to defend, I bridge, boom. And we're into the finish on the armbar. Let's go on this side here. We'll go this arm now. So again, he's not doing a great job of defending his arms. His arms are coming up nice and high. I trap it first with my wrist. I bridge to make space to get this grip here. And then we open and swing. I'm trying to take my ear towards my partner's knee. My hips are already engaged. I'm bridging. Boom. We're straight into our finish from there. And that was 3 submissions you need to know as a white belt in jiu-jitsu.